Hello, friends. Hello, hello, hello. So excited to be here today. Just need to get everything set up. All right, we are live. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. So, while people are still joining, just drop a comment and tell me where you're joining from because I love to see where everybody's tuning in from. And if you're new to this channel, then hit the subscribe button right now because we go live every single week with free trainings and you don't want to miss it. Now, before we dive in, let me tell you a little bit about why you should care about anything that I say. I don't just teach this stuff, guys. I've lived it from the inside. My name is Bridget Brooks, and I'm the co-founder of Search Everywhere Marketing. And here's the thing that most people don't know about me is that I'm a former Facebook employee. I didn't just learn Facebook ads from watching a YouTube video course. I learned it from the people who built the platform. I sat inside the machine. I saw how the algorithm thinks. I saw how the ad systems was designed and exactly how businesses win or lose inside. After that, I took the knowledge and scaled my marketing agency past seven figures. And now through Search Everywhere Marketing, I bring that same insider expertise to small business owners and entrepreneurs who deserve access and strategies that actually work. So I'll show you what's working today. You're not going to get recycled advice from someone who's read about it and who learned it from a course. You're learning it straight from someone who learned it straight from the source. So, okay, we have got a good crowd going today. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we're going to jump into it. All right, we are in present mode. Perfect. So, the title of today's training is the Omnipresence Blueprint. And I want to unpack every word of that because each one really does matter. Omnipresence. That's not just showing up in one place, it's showing up everywhere. Every platform, every channel that your customers use. Now, blueprint, that's not a theory. It's a real repeatable system that you can follow. And everywhere your customers search is because showing up is only half the battle. We want leads, we want revenue, we want business that grows, and that's what today is all about. So, let's go. Before I get into tactics, I want to lay the foundation because if you don't understand the foundation, nothing else that I say today will land with you and you'll completely miss the shift. The concept is called search everywhere optimization, and it starts with a simple but uncomfortable truth. The way people search has changed. Drop a yes in the chat if you notice that your customers seem harder to reach than they used to be, even when you're doing all the same things. I can see those yeses. Well, that's what's happening here because what's happened is search has completely fragmented. And when I say search, most people immediately think Google. And yes, Google still matters enormously, right? We're not abandoning Google today, but your customers, they're not just searching on Google anymore. They're on YouTube. YouTube is the world's second largest search engine. Second largest, right, in the world. They're on TikTok. For anyone who's under 30, TikTok has basically become the new Google for product and search discovery. They're searching on Instagram, searching on Amazon, they're searching on Pinterest and Reddit, and increasingly they're asking their AI, ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, to give them the answer. So here's the big idea, and this is the core of Omnipresence Blueprint. Search everywhere optimization is a practice of building visibility across platforms where your customers search, not just one. And here's the exciting part for small businesses is you don't have to outspend the big guys. You just have to outposition them by showing up in more places. So, a quick question for the people watching and for the chat. What platform do you feel the most behind on right now? Drop it in the comments. Is it AI search? Is it YouTube? Is it TikTok? Great. Love this. Let's keep this going. So now I want to be honest with you. This is where it gets really nuanced, and each platform has its own algorithm, its own content format, even its own ranking signals. And what works on Google automatically won't work on TikTok. What ranks on YouTube is completely different than what gets you seen on Instagram. So let me break this down real quick by the key platforms. Google is still your best bet for local search. Maps, high intent customers actively looking for what you do. So the fastest ROI for most small businesses is what you're going to see on Google. YouTube for long-term video, YouTube for long form video builds the deepest trust of any platform. If you can teach on camera, YouTube's going to reward you. TikTok. Gen Z starts their product search here, not Google. And if you're not on TikTok, you're invisible to a huge and fast growing buyer segment. Amazon. If you sell products, it's a non negotiable. Reviews and listing optimizations are everything. Now, Reddit. Guys, don't sleep on Reddit. Reddit threads show up in Google constantly. So being genuinely helpful in the subreddits is a real SEO strategy. ChatGPT and AI are new territory to show up here. You need to be cited by authoritative sources in your niche, and more on that in a moment. And then, of course, Pinterest. Pinterest evergreen traffic. It's great for visual businesses, and pins drive traffic for months, sometimes even years. So the key takeaway is you don't need to optimize for how each platform actually works. Excuse me, the key takeaway is you do need to optimize for how each platform actually works, not just copy and paste content everywhere. All right, so let's give you the four most important insights, the ones I wish every small business owner understood right now. And that is number one is TikTok is Gen Z's Google. I know some of you are thinking, but I don't need TikTok. But if any of your customers are under age 35, and most of you they are, they're starting their buying journey there. Full stop. Number two is AI search. And that requires authority. To show up in ChatGPT, Google AI overviews, your business needs to be mentioned and cited by credible sources in your industry. That means PR guest spots, podcast appearance, getting quoted. Your website alone won't cut it anymore. And number three is local search is still your fastest path to ROI. Google Maps, Apple Maps, Yelp, Nextdoor, dominating these platforms is faster and cheaper than most anything else. And if you're a local business and you haven't maxed your local presence, this is your first move. Now, if you haven't set those up, Google Maps, Apple Maps, Yelp, I do have training videos here in this channel that show you exactly how to do that. Number four, and this is probably my favorite, is the surround sound effect. When a customer sees you on Google, then spots you on TikTok, then gets an ad from you on Facebook, something shifts. You stop being some business that I saw once and you become that business that's everywhere. That's the feeling of ambiguity. Ambiguity. Woo, talking's hard today. Ambiguity builds trust faster than any single ad ever could. So, for those of you that are just joining us, welcome. We're laying out the omnipresent blueprint. Drop a comment and let me know where you're watching from. So, here's why this strategy is so powerful long term and why it compounds. Every platform you optimize is another door into your business. Platform one is a new person finds you. Platform two, some of those same people see you again and start to recognize you. Platform three and beyond, you feel ambiguous, right? Each new touch point multiplies and the value of each other touch point you already have. It's not linear growth, it's compounding growth. And here's the competitive advantage. Most of your local competitors are still focusing on one or two channels. So they're playing checkers while you're building a whole moat. Okay, so this is a big section coming up. Let's talk about what omnipresence marketing really is and what the framework looks like. So now we understand So now we understand search everywhere optimization, the strategic foundation. Let me connect the bigger framework, what we call omnipresence blueprint. Let me tell you what it actually means and what it will actually do for your business. So the word omni means all. Presence means existing or being here. Omnipresence marketing is the practice of existing in all places at all times simultaneously from your customer's perspective. We've moved from the one to one marketing to the one to infinite marketing, where one piece of content reaches thousands of people on dozens of platforms around the clock. Your message amplifies across every touch point your customer uses, building trust before they ever pick up the phone or click to buy. So if you're getting value out of this, hit that like button. It genuinely helps me. YouTube shows this to more small business owners who will need it, and I appreciate it. All right. I love this slide because it puts things into perspective, right? The concept of omnipresence is ancient and spiritual, right? Psalms 139 says, "Where can I go from your spirit?" And the idea of the presence is not out of range. There's no out of range zone. In physics, it's quantum entanglement, Einstein's spooky action at a distance. The universe is more interconnected than we ever perceived. And then in commerce, we've been chasing this for decades. You look at the shoes on your phone, you see an ad on your laptop, you walk past a store and get a push notification. That's commercial omnipresence. The difference now is the tools to do this for a small business have never been more accessible, more automated, or more affordable. And that's what the rest of today is about. So, I want to challenge something a lot of business owners believe, and that is that if they just do better work, the customers will come. Here's the hard truth: people don't buy from the best businesses, they buy from the businesses they recognize. Familiarity equals trust. Trust equals conversions. Think about your own experiences. If you need an electrician and you see the same company name 3 times this week versus Googling a business electrician and seeing a company name that you've never even heard of, yeah, we all know it's going to happen. This is the speed of trust, and that's the omnipresence blueprint, is how you build it. Now, drop a comment if this is hitting home. I want to know if this is resonating with you guys. Great. So let me describe a trap I see constantly. I call it the DIY death loop. This is where you buy a course, you watch a YouTube video, you hire a freelancer, they ghost you, and you start all over again. You buy another course, you hire another freelancer. And the result? It's wasted money, zero confidence, inconsistent leads, and total exhaustion without real traction. So here's what I want you to hear: you don't need more intelligence, you don't need another course. You need a blueprint and a clear finish line. That's it. And that's exactly what we're building towards today. For anyone just joining us, welcome. We are walking through the Omnipresence Blueprint, and we're about halfway through strategy. And this is where it gets really practical. So just hang tight. So, the entire blueprint rests on 4 pillars, and let me walk you through each pillar. Pillar 1 is clarity. You have 1 second to capture attention. If your message is muddy, you lose them. Clarity is about being immediately relevant to exactly the person that you're talking to. Pillar 2 is confidence. Repeated exposure builds trust. The more someone sees you in different places, in different formats, the more confident they become that you're the right choice. This isn't manipulation, this is psychology. Pillar 3 is credibility. Social proof is your armor. Reviews, testimonials, case studies, press mentions. These reduce the credibility tax that strangers will charge you on your first contact. Social proof increases your click through rates up to 300%. That's massive. And the fourth is conversion. None of this matters if it doesn't bring in revenue. Conversion means using the real data to optimize, not guess, and not set it and forget it. Data driven optimization consistently improves results by 20 to 30%. Clarity, confidence, credibility, and conversion. Write those down because those are the lens for everything else. All right. So, in this section, I know it's the section you guys have been waiting for. We're going to go from strategy into the actual blueprint. How do you do this without burning out, without needing a 10-person team, and without posting 47 pieces of content a day? Well, we call this the waterfall effect. And this is the heart of the whole blueprint. The first step is you're creating one long form piece of content, a live stream like we're doing right now, a podcast episode, a recorded training, 1 hour of your time. That's your source of truth. Step 2 is AI powered tools. These will automatically pull the best moments from that content and turn them into 10 or more short clips, each one optimized for a different platform. TikTok, Instagram, Reels, YouTube Shorts, and LinkedIn. Done. Automatically. You didn't touch it. Step 3 is then you retarget. Retargeting ads automatically follow up with people who's engaged with any of their content. They start seeing you on Facebook, then on YouTube, and on other platforms. And in the next 30 days, your results is that you appear 24/7 across multiple platforms from just 1 hour of work. This isn't magic, guys. This is a blueprint, and it's available for any small business right now. So, we call this the 1 to 10 rule. 1 hour in, 10 pieces or more of content out. On a live stream or podcast becomes short videos, quote cards, email content, blog posts, and ad creatives. You've only worked 60 minutes and your blueprint just worked the other 23 hours. And here's my favorite piece of advice for any business owner. Stop trying to create content and start documenting your expertise. Talk about what you know, teach what you do, and let the tools multiply it. So, quick show of hands from our YouTube followers, or I guess drop a number in the chat. How many platforms are you currently posting on consistently? Like consistently showing up every single day? Okay. This is super helpful. Let me show you guys the actual tools that make this possible. So here's the actual tech stack. And this is a startup anyone can use, right? Step 1 is Capture, Descript, Riverside, studio quality recording, automatic transcriptions, AI audio cleanup. Editing is easy, and editing it into a Word doc is as simple as a click. Step 2 is Opus Clip or Munch. This AI watches your long form content, identifies the most engaging moments, and then produces real, ready to post short videos automatically. And then step 3 is distribute. And this is where most people get it wrong. And you can use platforms like MetroCool. We use Go High Level and schedule them to post to 5 or more platforms, right? Simultaneously with one click. Batch a full months of content in under an hour. Capture, clip, distribute. 3 steps, 3 tools, and they handle 90% of your manual labor. Your job? Show up and talk, exactly like we're doing right now. So let me make this concrete for a real comparison. Manual marketing is posting every day by hand, right? Recording new videos daily, cold calling leads who aren't ready, guessing what's working. Omnipresence blueprint is 1 hour to schedule the full month of content. One video becomes 20 pieces. Warm leads are automatically retargeted, and your data tells you exactly where to invest more. The shift from manual to mechanical is the difference in working in your business and having your business work for you. For anyone that's just joining us now, we are covering the Omnipresence blueprint and we are in the tactical section right now. So stick around because we are getting into the most powerful pieces of this whole framework. So this is my favorite, and it's one that surprises people the most. Here's the concept. If someone visits your website even once, they see your ads everywhere for the next 30 days. Facebook, YouTube, Nextdoor, wherever they go online, there you are. You set this up one time in one afternoon, and then it runs forever on autopilot. And the results? You look like you have $1 million advertising budget, but you're spending $5 a day per platform. You're building a warm audience of people who already know you exist. This is the automated shadow. Be everywhere for the people who already showed interest. Drop a fire emoji in the chat if this is something you want to see set up, because if I see enough of those fire emojis, I might just do a whole separate live next week on exactly how to build this. All right, so now let me show you how it all connects into a full funnel. The top of the funnel is Google ads, Meta ads, YouTube ads, TikTok ads, anything to turn that top of the funnel faucet on. This is where people who are actively searching for what you do have high intent, ready to consider you. The middle of the funnel is retargeting, Meta ads, YouTube ads, Nextdoor. Once someone has heard of you, we make sure that they keep hearing from you. This is the following phase. And then the bottom of the funnel is integration and tracking all of your platforms and sharing data with each other so that every dollar you spend gets tracked. Tracking is the secret sauce. When everything talks to one another, you stop wasting money. All right, so here we're coming into the home stretch, and I want to tell you how we actually help businesses implement everything that we just covered. But first, do we have any questions so far? Drop them in the chat and I'll get to them right at the end. So this is where the questions I get after a training like this, and it's always the same. This all makes sense, but how do I actually implement it? And that's where we've built SEM 90 membership. And I want to tell you, it takes a completely different from other marketing programs. It's not anything like the same. Here's what sets Omni 90 apart from everything else out there. It has a finish line. Most memberships are designed to keep you a subscriber forever. Ours is designed to make you independent. Week 1 through 12 is a deep dive of our full Omnipresence growth system. And this is the same framework that we do for our done for you clients, who we charge $4,000 to $6,500 a month. Plus weekly live training, monthly hot seat coaching, and real-time support. So by day 91, we do a marketing readiness audit for you, and we look at your campaigns, we look at your funnel, we look at your tracking, and we assess where you are. Then you choose graduate to done for you, where we run everything for you, or you scale independently. Either way you win because you have real systems underneath you. So here's everything that's included in your Omni 90-day membership. We have weekly live trainings on Meta, Google, Nextdoor, retargeting, funnels, automation, AI, the complete Omnipresence growth system, and the exact playbook that we use for our clients. Monthly question and answer hot seat coaching for real feedback on your campaigns, because especially with ads, when you start running ads, you're always going to hit some type of roadblock. And if you don't have someone there guiding you through it, then you're just burning your dollar, right? A private community of growth focused business owners that are working the same thing you are alongside you. Monthly action plans so you always know what your next step is. Bonus deep dive workshops, a full resource library of templates, and your done for you readiness audit on day 91. This is everything, no hidden upsell behind this. So let me tell you about Mike. Let me tell you about Josh. Sorry, I forgot. So with Josh, Josh is a local service-based business, and he came to us because he felt like his leads were really starting to dry up. In 90 days, his lead volume jumped 52%. In 90 days, his cost per lead dropped from $80 down to $23. His revenue went up 32% month over month, and he got 4 new commercial contracts, right? Not residential, not just RVs, but commercial contracts. Josh said that we moved the needle more for him than he's ever seen it done in his business. But here's what I really want you to hear on this is that this is the goal. Not just more leads, but predictability, peace of mind in a business that the needle actually moves in. If that's what you're looking to learn, then Omni 90 is definitely the spot for you. So here's exactly what the 90 days looks like. Month 1 is Google Ads, top of the funnel, campaigns live, first optimizations made, retargeting pixels installed, real campaigns running within 2 weeks, right? Month 2 is meta ads and YouTube layered in. This is where we're doing our creative testing, our cross-platform coordination, and our audience expansion. And then in month 3, it's your full integration. Your tracking is perfected, everything is audited, and you're ready to either go done for you or go solo scaling. 90 days, real results, clear finish line, no endless membership that keeps you stuck. So the 3 options, let me walk you through each one, is the test drive. That's $1,000 per month. You're not making any commitment except for that month. And this is for the people who want to see the results before committing any further. Then we have the complete sprint, which is our most popular. That drops down to $900 a month, which is paid in full for the 3 months. You also get a done for you readiness audit at $991 prior to the webinar access and an extended bonus pack. And then we have the extended sprint. And guys, the extended sprint is because we understand that you're business owners and that marketing is not the only hat that you wear. So we give you the extended sprint to give you 6 months so you still have a finish line and you're working towards a goal. So here's where we are. Search is fragmented. Your customers are on Google, TikTok, YouTube, Amazon, and Reddit, and ChatGPT also, right? And most of your competitors still just focus on one channel. The Omnipresence blueprint is clarity, confidence, credibility, and conversion that gives you the strategy. The 110 rule is the tech stack to give you the systems, and the automated shadow gives you the follow-ups. And if you're not ready to do it on your own, SEM 90 gives you the implementation, the coaching, and the accountability to actually build this with a clear finish line in 90 days. So if you're ready to stop being invisible and start being seen everywhere, then we will drop the link for you in the comments, and we will also yes, we'll drop the link for you in the comments. So we're going to wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for spending your time with me today. This is genuinely my favorite, is to come and just pour into you guys and share my knowledge. And the link to Omni 90 will be pinned. Bye.